Is the Dr. Cornel West campaign for real?
Who asked him?
That's a question a lot of people are asking. Now, some people ask questions that are in bad faith.
You're not fooling anybody, sweetheart.
But to me, that's a good faith question. In this clip, I'm going to answer a question you really want to know the answer to if you care about the Cornel West campaign. But first, my name is Tim Black, and if you're following the Cornel West campaign, subscribe to this channel. George is going to ask Dr. West a question. You're going to want to know the answer to it. It's a two-part question, so let's do part one, talk, and then come back and do part two. Here goes part one.
I mean, I'm a realist. Are you going to win? I hope so. Man, my wife hopes so. I mean, we got our fingers and toes crossed here in Iowa. But if you don't, if you can just get a few percentage points of the electorate to follow you, to do what you want them to do, like your brother Bernie did, as you call him, and it comes time for the election and you tell Joe Biden and the Democratic Party, for instance, look, give us one thing. We haven't been getting anything on climate, war, and healthcare, or Julian Assange. Also, don't forget about him. Give us one thing, and I will give you or release my voters to do whatever they want to, and they might be persuaded to vote for you if you do this one thing. And, I'm talking about things like peace talks in Ukraine, Medicare for all for the natural disaster victims, including in East Palestine, Ohio. Maybe some reform in the marijuana laws as an example, but something like that. We want to win one. Give us one thing in exchange for the support that I have. Is that craziness on my part, or is there a possibility that could happen?
All right. Folks, I'm not saying that George is a bad guy. It's probably not. Probably a sweetheart, okay? But what George is asking is a question that I've heard a lot of people ask. And when I hear it, I just want to put my hands over my ears because I don't want to listen to it. George, come here, man. Do you really believe that Joe Biden will keep his promises? I mean, even theoretically, let's say Dr. West said, okay, you know what? We're in the war in Ukraine. I got some votes. I got 7%. I got 12%. Hey, I got 15%. Whatever the percentage is. Hey, I'm almost winning this thing. Maybe I'll just take it to the House. Whatever it is, right? Would that be worth it to end the Ukraine war? And do you for a second believe that Joe Biden would live up to, keep his word on anything he says? You're talking about Joe Biden, the guy who plagiarized another person's speech while running for the presidency. We're talking about a guy who did so many things, lied about so many things. Mr. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. We're talking about Crime Bill Joe here. Man with his fingertips on every horrible piece of legislation that punished black people for being poor and living in a bad environment for the last 40 years. This guy's the reason why you can't discharge your student loan debt, file bankruptcy. That's this guy. That's Joe Biden. You think that guy would give us healthcare, Ukraine war, peace talks, marijuana, legalization? Really? George, I think you overestimate the sincerity of the Democratic Party. This party was willing to lose with Hillary. And this party is willing to lose with Joe Biden. So how much are they really willing to give up in order to win? I don't think a lot. Money's not an issue. They're worried about power. They're worried about keeping a constraint. They're worried about pleasing their donors and the special interests that they operate within. That's what's most important. So I think we have a disconnection with you, George, about how DC works, bro. But okay, enough of me talking. What was Dr. Cornel West's response? Now remember, it's important that if you're in good faith, you will listen to the response that Cornel West gives, and unless you have some kind of incontrovertible evidence that's contrary to it, you got to accept it. Okay, what did Dr. Cornel West say? What was his answer to the question?
No, I appreciate that question, though, brother. But no, I think that for me, this campaign is a crucial moment in a larger movement for poor and working people here and abroad. In any instance of just negotiation with a Biden or anybody else that would take away the fire of that movement. You see, I would never do that. We need alternative institutions, alternative infrastructures, alternative movements, alternative visions in order to fight de-escalating fascism. And to take one issue and allow Biden to take that issue and steal the thunder from the movement. Oh, no, I would never do that. That's like asking the jazz musician to join a military band and play just and ask the military band, would you play a few blue notes? Just play a few blue notes, maybe in the third section of the song. No. We want the whole band to be jazz because it's coming from below. Now, it's true that politics can be Machiavellian. Politics is issue by issue, but no, movements are very different. And this is a movement-driven campaign. You know what I mean? This is a movement-driven a project in that regard.
There you have it, folks.
No.
Dr. Cornel West says no, brother. This is a very crucial time. This is a crucial movement. And the last thing he would do is ever trade all of the momentum of this movement in for some type of consolation prize from Joe Biden. Very solid answer from Dr. West. It was a resounding no. It was a 100% rejection of even considering the notion. There are people that discount everything that Mr. West says. They're going to deny everything that comes out of his mouth. Those people don't believe in Dr. West, and that's fine. But they won't just say, hey, there's nothing he could say. I just don't trust him. Something about his hair, or I don't like his glasses. And the latest one is he has too much school. They want people like Bush who they can have a beer with him and talk real simple English. And
there's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Dr. West says, I would never do that. It would steal the thunder from the campaign, from this movement. It's like a living thing, and this would be like cutting its legs off. This would be like incapacitating the movement, like shutting it away, locking it away, throwing away all the momentum, like taking the electric cord out, pulling the cord on it. That's what that would do. And but the problem, the sad part, guys, the sad part is no matter what it is, no matter how eloquent, no matter how strong, no matter how sincere Dr. West is, there'll be people that say, you're wasting your time saying this, because they would never believe him. And those people have big platforms. And those people have large followings. Malcolm X said it perfect. He said, you can't separate freedom and peace, because no one can be at peace unless they are free. And we're not just talking about ability to move around the country and go to a store, or sit on a bus, or eat at a restaurant. We're talking about financial freedom. Freedom to live the American dream takes money. And a lot of us are getting priced out. Shout out to the By George podcast for the clip, and my man Marcos for letting me know that clip was out there, man. I appreciate your support and assistance on that. And like I always say, guys, don't let nobody take your cornbread. Like it or not, the Cornel West campaign is going all the way. So there'll be no early quits, no forfeits, no early departures. None of that. All right. Join us. Become a part of it. Go to cornelwest24.org. My name's Tim Black. Once again, subscribe to this channel. And like I always say, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. And if they say, who you voting for? Tell them I'm voting for Cornel West. It's a new day. Where you been? Crazy.